Hey, it's your girl Corey, and we're back with another episode of Dating in 2024. And today's guest name is.
I'm TC. She is King Mejia.
Thank you, Miss King. And could you tell them how old you are?
I'm 34, even though I look 18.
Oh, Lord. And where are you located?
I am located in Arlington, Texas.
Okay. And your sexual orientation?
I'm as gay as they come.
Okay, and you can either say the name of your career or what you do in your career.
Okay, I have many career things, okay, but we're not going to talk about what pays the bills. I'm an entertainer. I do photography, videography, audio production. I'm a multi-hat type of person.
Okay, and what is your dating range?
You know what about that? I really try to stay within my age group, but it doesn't work. So, my dating, I would like to date somebody older than me. Mm-hmm. I would say I would like it to be 34 to about 45, almost 50. But I'm not gonna lie, I'll date somebody in their early 30s. It depends. Like, it's hard dating out here.
Okay, and do you have like a specific type? Are you open?
Okay, I like to think that I'm open. I really do. But if you ask people, I have a type.
And what is the type you usually go for?
They're normally like BBWs. They're like,
that's right. I like my girls BBW.
Exactly. They're normally I'm only 5'3", so they're normally between 5'5" and 5'9". Okay. I've never dated anybody my height or my size, so they're normally like a size 12 to 16. I like something to do something though. I have to hold on to, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm small, and I don't know, like, two small people will fuck around and create a fire. I don't know how that is. Like, only rubbing together. No, but I date more heavy set women. I do have a boundary because there is a thing as too big for me because I'm small. So, but I have like a nice thick shape, something to hold on to.
Yeah. Okay, so are you open to dating outside of your race, or?
I have. Okay, I have dated outside of my race, and I'm open to, because, I mean, people are beautiful. You know,
you're Afro Latino, right?
Yes. So, I mean, how could I not? But I think I find all different cultures beautiful, you know, especially their women. I'm not gonna lie.
Especially their women.
I haven't dated a Caucasian woman. I've never dated one of those before.
What is it?
So I've dated like a Filipino and black and white. Like, they're always mixed.
So you dated someone white, but they were mixed with
yes.
black. So basically a yellow bone.
Yeah.
But, okay. Do you have a preference if the person has kids or not?
I used to didn't mind. I used to didn't mind because I love kids and I want kids, right? However, I had a bad experience that kind of shot a hole in it. So I would prefer at this point in my life to not date somebody with kids, because here's the thing. I don't mind. One, it seems like everybody has kids, and you know, it's your thing to do. But and I don't judge or discriminate against that. But how you are with your child, I pay attention to that.
Yeah.
How you interact with your child, how you are with your child is very important to me. date a woman with a child, because I've dated women with kids and I see how distant they are from their kids, and that bothers me.
Yeah.
Because why aren't you more involved with your child? And I hate when people be like, well, you don't have kids, you don't know, you can't say da. Bitch, I used to be a kid, I know.
Well, you know how it is from the opposite end, and wanting that attention and affection and stuff.
Yeah, and I've seen how women use me as a distraction from their kid.
Yeah.
And I've seen them brush their kid off and give them a phone and put them in another room. And I don't like that. I want you to be active with your kid. I want you to be a part of your kid's life. Just not, yes, you are their parent and you're going to make sure they have what they need, but how in tune with your kid are you?
Yeah, so if you met someone and they had a kid, but they were very interactive with the kid, that would play a difference on if you would think about dating someone with a child?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you got to be on your child's behavior. You got to be mindful of their mind state, why they do things, because here people like to treat kids like they're kids. To me, there are many adults. They know how they feel. They know how to express themselves. But if you keep saying, well, they're a child and I'm putting them in the child's place, kids have seen way too much from any point in time. Like, these aren't just kids anymore. You have to talk to them. You have to interact with them differently. So if I come across a woman who's really in tune with their child and is about their kid, absolutely, I have no problem dating a woman with a child.
And you did say that you don't have kids, just in case they didn't hear that.
I don't have kids. I consider my mom as my child because she's 66, but she has a spirit of a 5-year-old. But that's about it. But I don't have any kids. I don't have a baby mama, no baby daddies, none of that.
Okay. And what are your 5 must-haves in a relationship? Like something you're not going to bend on.
My first, I want you don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to, but I want somebody who's spiritual. I want somebody who has a relationship. Whoever you praise and connect to spiritually, I want you to have your own spiritual journey. Whether if you need to go to church every Sunday, that's what you do. If you meditate and you pray, that's what you do. But I want you to have a spiritual foundation.
Yeah.
That's very important to me because I'm a very spiritual person. I pray, I sage, I meditate. My faith and my belief is very important to me. And just how I move. And I feel like I can't move with you if we're not spiritually connected.
Yeah.
I can't pray with you if we can't sit and have a spiritual conversation, then that's right. Really, we ain't gonna work at all. But honesty, loyalty, how a woman keeps herself, her upkeep within her home and within herself. I don't like a woman who can't keep herself together. You don't have to look like you step out of a magazine, but care about how you present yourself. Care about how you present your home. A woman who knows how to make a home be a home and feel like a home. I'm big on communication, how you express yourself, how you talk to me, and how you talk to how many is it? Spiritual.
Oh, you got him. Oh, we never said what your zodiac sign is. I know, but let's know.
My Pisces is the sun, my Gemini be rising, and my moon is Capricorn.
Okay. Okay, so
I'm a February Pisces for those who need to know, okay? Don't come at me with no crazy stuff.
So I was gonna say, since you already went on the subject as far as spirituality, you are spiritual. Now, if you meet someone and they're not really spiritual or religious, but they're open to it, are you willing to like try to show them, or you need someone that already knows their faith?
I don't mind showing somebody or helping somebody come into their spiritual journey, but oftentimes I don't feel like you can teach some, because everybody has a journey.
Yeah.
This spiritual journey is one you do have. I feel, this is just my opinion, that you do have to sit with yourself and come to your own depth and conclusion on. I can't push my beliefs on you because my beliefs may not be something you believe in.
Yeah.
I believe all things are possible, and you may believe that, well, within reason, you know. Where do we go?
Yeah.
I've been with people where I'm the positive one, and then they're like, well, something always got to happen. Something's always happening. It's like the bottom always got to fall out for them, and then I'm over here trying to build them up.
But you want to attracting this negative,
right? Like, you bringing this stuff to us. Like, dang, I'm over here, and you like, no, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Thing is people who say it's always something, or it always got to be something.
Like, I tell people all the time, watch your words.
Right. And then to have to constantly, it takes a lot of mind power to keep your individual mindset in a path of prosperity and abundance and encouragement, and to have somebody always like, well, dang, it's always got to be something, and always waiting for that ball to drop. It's just like, okay, I got to keep myself uplifted, and then I got to uplift you and keep us uplifted.
Too much work.
So I don't mind teaching somebody, or at least pouring the seed into somebody of what I do know or what I've learned along my journey, but I don't want to force anybody to believe the things that I believe when it's not in them.
Yeah.
Those things as an individual, whomever, if I do cross somebody like that, they have to be willing to take their individual time to figure out what they believe, what that means to them, and how they're going to proceed with that. And then meet me halfway.
Okay, so what are some of the challenges that you have faced while trying to date in this new generation? You ain't gotta tell me, I know shit.
Okay, I feel like there's a lot of false advertisement. Because I'm the type of person, I ask questions. I'm gonna ask you if you've done your self-development, if you healed from not only your past trauma, parental trauma, sibling trauma, because people can have trauma from anything. And some things you can't heal with somebody doing. So I've had people be like, oh yeah, I've done my work, and then I get bled on because they haven't done their work, or they just, and then I realized that a lot of people, well, my mom taught me that a lot of people know how to speak the language, but they don't move it. They have the conversation, but don't know what it is to live the life and be in it. So it's hard out here for a pimp.
It's super hard.
Because I realized that everybody wants something microwavable. Nobody wants to take the time to get to know anybody. It's very superficial. It's, oh, if you don't have a car, if you don't have this, and then don't talk to me. Okay, so what is that all? It seems like it's so much wrapped around material. And then it makes me wonder, what kind of longevity can you have with somebody who is basing it off of what you materialistically have? If I die, I can't bring a Mercedes Benz with me. You know what I'm saying? I can't bring a 6-bedroom house with me if I die. And then I feel like back in the old days when our grandparents were in relationships, they had moments where their husbands would lose their jobs for a period of time just because, especially as Black people, there weren't a lot of options for us. So they would get treated and all kinds of stuff. So you have husbands not having a job, they got laid off and things like that. But their women stood beside them and know how to work and make it happen, and they were a team. I don't feel like anybody knows how to be a team. And not only that, excuse me, everything is microwave. Nobody wants to get to know anybody. It's very in the moment, very quick. You don't know all my personalities, but you want to be with me. But then
all your personalities.
I told you my Gemini be rising.
Yeah.
So, but you don't know me in these different elements. And then when you see me in these different elements, you want to feel some type of way and then try to change me or reconstruct my DNA because you didn't take the time to know me as a person. I've had women be like, well, I just want to date you. I don't want to, we'll get to that later. I just want to be with you. But you don't even know who you're going to be with.
Yeah.
And then because right now inflation is ridiculous, things are happening. So if I do happen to quote unquote lose my job, are you gonna stay, or are you going to be gone with the wind? Like, are you gonna say like, okay babe, we can make it through this is just the moment that we're having? Or are you gonna be like, well, fuck this, where's the next person at?
Yeah.
And I feel like in today's society, that's all it's built off of. And I feel like a part of that is music. Like, you don't hear love songs, so nobody knows what love is.
Even the R&B songs ain't got no damn love in them.
Right. So I'm a 90s baby. Like, I'm built different. So I believe in working with your person and team and helping each other build. If you guys have equal goal, if you guys have the same goal, cool. If you guys don't, how are you guys helping build one another up? Y'all could start from nothing and end up with something with the right person. But it's the requirement I'm seeing that everybody is having. I get not wanting to deal with BS and wasting your time, but no, being in a relationship is like applying for a job. You got to have a degree. You got to have masters. You got to have.
Gotta make 6 figures, like shit.
Right, okay. So one thing that I run into is mainly like a lot of women would be like, oh, if you don't have a car, don't speak to me. If you don't live by yourself, don't speak to me. Here's the thing. I got hit by 2 cars. And one while I was in a car and one while I was out of car. I don't like driving in Texas. I will drive if I have to, but I have a trauma about it now because I've been hit by 2 cars. So no, I don't have a car, but are you going to take the time to ask me why I don't have a car and what happened to the reasons why I don't? Are you going to get that in depth of me, or are you just going to be like, oh, she don't have a car, so bye? And why does me not having a car trump the kind of person that I am, or what I can give, or what I do? And another thing, so I don't live by myself. My mom lives with me because I moved her here to live with me so I could help take care of her. So I'm 34, like I said, and being the adult that there is a time where you become a parent.
Yeah.
A phase.
Oh, I know. When my mama watch this, she'll know.
Yeah. So and that's where I'm at, and I don't care who like it. I don't give a fuck. That's my mom, and whatever she needs, I'm gonna make sure she has it. But people don't get people don't take the time to get to know you like that. They're quick to have an impression.
If someone met you, right, and you told them that your mom lives with you and that you don't have a car, is there going to be any change to that, or is this just something that they would need to accept?
Well, I do plan on getting the car again,
Mm-hmm.
because I do want my car. But I where I'm at with my car situation is I want a specific car. I'm settling. Because if I feel like if I settle, I'm not trusting God and the universe to provide me for what I'm at. So if I just get anything or just settle for anything, that's like me throwing my hands and throwing the talent and be like, well, I don't trust you, universe. I don't trust you. So I've seen the universe and God work in many ways. I may not get it when I want it, but I always get what I want.
And not to interrupt you, but I used to do this thing, and I've done it for every car I've ever got. I would write down the car I wanted, like say for instance, I wanted, what's a good car that they got out? I wanted a Range Rover, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would put, I want the year of it, like 2003 Range Rover, white. And I would put the amount of time, like I think it'll take me to get it. And I'll put 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll fold it towards me 3 times, put it under my pillow slip, and then of course when you're manifesting, you got to put the action in towards it.
It's the action, it's the grind, it's the hustle.
But for me, whenever you're trying to manifest, it has to be something at your mind. You can't be like, I'm gonna get 100,000 next month, and you don't feel that you can get it. Like, of course, you got to believe it can happen. So with the 6 months, that's something that I felt was a time that I can actually go in, put the action in, and get it. So I was always able to hit those markers every single time. And I don't know, I just do it. I put it in my pillow slip and then sleep on it every day and go put it into action, because even with manifestation, you have to put in some type of action.
I'm going to do that. I'm definitely going to do that. But as far as my mom's not going anywhere. Like, she's not. And that's something somebody's just going to have to accept. We can get a big family house. And, she could be on that side and we could be on this side, but my mom's not going nowhere.
Well, it depends on the relationship too, because some people don't care. Is your mom the type that she would be in your relationship, like telling you what y'all should do? Certain things like that is what.
Oh no, really my mom is not. She really is. She's very supportive. She's supportive, but she really lets me live my own life. And
I'm living my best life.
Whatever my relationship is with whoever I dated or been with, she's always going to put in her input because I'm her daughter and she wants the best for her. So she's going to tell me how she feels, but at the end of it, she's going to let me make my own decisions.
So how heavy is her decision in the people that you date?
I consider it.
So mama don't like you, get your ass.
I consider it because I always consider it because one, my mom is a very spiritual person, very, very spiritual person, and she reads people and she's also a medium. She's very connected. So I trust in ways. I just trust her. And the things that she's told me or the things she's put in my system or my spirit, I don't take for granted, and I don't take as I'm not careless with what she says. So I don't just be like, oh man, whatever, mom. I'm like, I take it in and I pay attention.
Yeah.
To,
usually right.
Right. That'd be the crazy thing. She be right.
I'm always right. It's like when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I could have been right.
Forget that person because my mom said, because I am still that person that I still have to see for myself. But my mom has this foresight where she just knows. Like she knows or I know. So then, but it's one of those, like, she'll tell me, but she also allows me to experience. I mean, I'm grown, so it's not a let, but she'll tell me, and she'll watch me go through it. She'll watch me go through it. It's like watching your kid ride a bike and you know they're gonna fall for the first time.
Yeah.
Like you want to run to their aid to try to stop them from falling, but it's like,
but they need to experience.
Yeah, so you're just like, so she wants to be, but she's like, okay, you know, you're grown, so whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
So, but she does tell me her input, and I always consider it. I always listen, but she be right. She'll be like, baby, I don't think that one's gonna last. And I'd be like, oh, mom, but
don't last. I have a question though, because of the mom situation. Now, if it was me and I was dating someone and their parents lived there, the only thing I think I would wonder, besides if they were getting like my relationship when it comes to the grown-ups activities.
Help me out. Oh, nice meeting you, Craig.
I don't know if mama looking at me different now in the morning. Y'all some nasty ones.
Okay, so the only thing, my mom has never heard me during my okay, so since my mom has been with me, like, hey, so our first place, like my room was on one side and her, so there was space, and then the kitchen was in the middle, and then the living room, like, so you couldn't really hear anything going on, and I have my ways of doing things to where you could be loud, but it ain't gonna be heard.
Oh man.
So but where I'm at now, so I'm upstairs and she's downstairs, so there's still a good amount of there's space. there's space, or you know, if whoever I'm with has their own space, we'll go over there. Yeah. But I have a king size bed with mirrors around, so I'm not gonna not use that.
You think I got these mirrors for nothing?
You think I got? Yes, I got these mirrors just to see this pretty face, but guess what? That's not all it's there for. So, but the only thing that my mom has said, she's like, y'all be in there doing that? I don't hear anything like this. Like my mom isn't your average mom. My mom is fun. She's wild. Like, you would think she's one of the squad. Like, she goes out, she's gonna dance, she's gonna drink, she's gonna party, she's gonna have fun. She's always the one initiating the fun. Like, come on, let's drink, let's party, let's go somewhere. And I'm like, nah, like, I feel like I'm more of the adult than my mom. I think the only thing my mom gets concerned about, and what I know she gets concerned, is because I'm nasty. Okay.
It's frequently.
And so I often have like scratch marks on my back. Yeah. So sometimes I forget to wear. I don't like clothes, so when I'm home, I'm always half naked, or I got like limited, sports bra on, some basketball shorts. So there's been times where I forget that I've been marked up. And she'll be like, what is going on with your back? Like, and I'm like, he's like, who did that to your back?
I'm not getting a fight.
So, and my mom has been in abusive relationships. Yeah. Those are triggers for her. So she gets concerned. She's like, are you being hurt? What? Who did that to you?
Hurt in a good way, mama. A good way.
I'm like, Mom, it's not she told me, she was like, you probably like to be choked and shit too, huh? And I'm like,
I thought it was normal.
So she was like, that's probably because I didn't whoop you when you were younger. I'm like, I don't think that has anything to do with it. But okay.
So she over there regretting she didn't whoop you?
But my father did, so it was balanced.
Oh,
why do you have to go through this? But I think that's the only, like, she gave me a Kama Sutra book. Mm-hmm. So, and I think the first time, my mom has always been open with me. So I think the first time she told me about Kama Sutra was, I had to be in the 6th grade. I know that's weird, but let me tell you what happened was Mario, I'm going to blame Mario because he had, what was it? How could you let somebody lay where I lay? How could you let them? You know that song?
I know what you're talking about.
When he said, how could you give him all the things you gave me? How could you put him on that ghetto Kama Sutra? Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was 6 positions. Yeah. I was young, okay? So I asked my mom, I said, well, what's Kama Sutra? And she told me about it. And she was like, when you're old enough, I'll give you a book on it. So the first time she seen Mom, she was like, I'm going to give you this book now because you need to do this. And I said, it's not that I'm not sensual with my person, but every once in a while, thing, gets a little. So yeah, I like to be bitten. I like to bite. I like to be scratched. I like to pull hair. I like to do these things.
Okay. What is it called? BDMS or whatever? It's a little bit. It's just a little bit.
Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I have not had the opportunity to be handcuffed or handcuff somebody else, but
so if you want to handcuff someone or you want to handcuff her, remember this. Okay, so what is your idea besides handcuffs of a good date, a good first date?
Well, I hope I wouldn't be in handcuffs on the first date because that means police would be involved.
That part.
Oh Lord, I'm talking about bedroom handcuffs.
Right. And honestly, a perfect. Okay, I'm such a romantical. Like there's a Danity Kane song called "Sucker for Love." Mm-hmm. They say I'm addicted to touching, kissing, hugging, and rubbing. Right. So a perfect date for me is I have it all planned. Right. I want to be able to take a woman out of this world, but keep her in her element. So, and I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. So I've been holding this date in my box because I just haven't felt that I come across somebody who would genuinely value it. Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing, it's not an outside. I have outside dates, but this is an inside date. Mm-hmm. Because my form of intimacy isn't sex. It's a form of intimacy. We could go out to dinner, but I feel like there's too many distractions. So I want to do this thing where I set up a galaxy light room and we do sip and paint and we have music because I make some dope ass playlists. So have some music playing, we talk, order her favorite meal to be delivered to us.
What's your Venus sign? Hold on.
I don't know. I just know my sun, my moon, my rising.
I need to know what your Venus sign is. It sounds like it's Taurus.
All I know is me and Rihanna are born on the same. So, but really, that's for me. That's my perfect date, and I'm always in my relationships. I'm always the caterer. Mm-hmm. Always doing the gay most stuff. Like, so honestly, I would like to have some of that returned to me.
Yeah.
Just like thoughtful. Like, I feel like anybody could take you out to dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want it to be out of the box, something different. So I do have this nice little beach spot that I love, that I would love to take somebody on a date with. Um, it has like a nice little lake, nice sand. It's a cute little area. I would like to do like a little candle, like a sunset dinner over there.
Aww.
Like I told you, I'm so.
I like this. You need to tell these niggas to get on
like,
it.
Okay. So, but my main one is like the first one. Like, set up a nice little evening. Get us like some stencils, some like little paint, something we could paint on. Either, I know they have stuff where you could fill in the paint, or we could just paint whatever. But I want to have the galaxy light that fills the whole room with some music and whatever her favorite snacks are.
Yeah, I think you're a damn Taurus of Venus, because this shit sounds like the shit I want. I hope the niggas I like. I like this shit.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
You know what? I have had like majority of my straight friends would be like, if you were a dude, like if you were a man, like I would totally. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not. So here we are. Here we are. Like I'm the type of person that will buy you flowers just because it's Wednesday, or just because I was in the store, and I love, that's one of my favorite things to do, is buy flowers for my person. I'm very particular at where I get them, what kind they are, how the arrangement is. I put a lot of thought into my gifts. I don't just.
That's me. I'm telling you, you are a Taurus Venus, because I'm Taurus Venus and my homegirl is, and that's how we are. We're very
I despise Valentine's Day, which, as romantic as I am, you would think that I would love Valentine's Day, but because I have 365 days in a year, and I could Valentine's Day, you're expecting it, but you're not,
element of surprise,
right? But you coming home, and you're coming home to a bubble bath ran for you with candles lit around the tub and some nice jazz music. You're not expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be, you could just text me, babe, I had a long day. All right, don't worry. Like, you get home and that's there for you. You don't have to ask. It's just going to be there. Because that's just how I think. That's just how I
need to tell a whole bunch of people how to think. I thought you was going to run your own damn water. Like, damn, nigga, you ain't romantic at all. Shit.
I've done, so I was dating somebody, and instead of getting her like a regular Mother's Day card, I got one of those big poster boards,
mm-hmm.
and it had like a gold trim around it, and I made like a jumbo Mother's Day card instead of a regular Mother's Day card. So, and when I give gifts, when I give my gifts, it's one of those things like, okay, how can I outdo myself and continue to outdo myself? Because I don't do anything regular. I don't do anything normal. Like, you step out of the shower and I'm like, come here, babe, let me rub lotion on your feet. Like, let me lotion you up. Let me rub you down. And I don't have to have a reason.
I'm sick of listening to you. You make me realize what I've been missing out on. Motherfuckers ain't putting enough effort.
I don't have to have a reason. And the only thing that sucks is I don't get what I give in return. Yeah. And or they'll start out doing things for me, but I don't know if it's they get comfortable and then feel like they don't have to do for me. Somewhere along the lines, it turns into they start to expect it, and then I'm like, okay, so I'm not getting poured into at all. And so I do these things. I pay attention to your love languages, and I feel like you could have more than just the 7. And I'm always working on ways to pour into your love languages, but I would love for somebody to take the time to pour into my love languages. I'm not a materialistic person, and a lot of the things that I want are I have to see before are purchased. So because I do music. So a lot of the things that I want are related to my music, and they have to be a certain kind of thing, compatibility. So you can't just go buying stuff, because then it's like if it's not compatible with my system, then it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And, but I'm big on words of affirmation. I love cards. I love like little notes. And I'm the type of person that you'll wake up and I'll have something nice written on your mirror just to pour into you before you get your day started, or just to remind you of how amazing you are or how amazing I feel you are. And I'm real gay like that. I do like mirror notes. I'll leave little paper notes, and I when I check on my person, I'm checking on them mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I don't just be like, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Because you can be doing fine, but feeling like shit.
Yeah. And
Or
plus, a lot of people, they automatically, you ask them how are they, they're going to say they're doing okay anyway.
right. It's like an automatic program to be like, I'm okay. But I like to be like, how is your soul today? Like, how is your heart space? Because I feel like all of those things are tied into how you communicate and interact with me. Yeah. So if I say, how are you doing? And you're like, I'm good, but you're not feeling good, I'm going to feel that part of you.
That's that Pisces.
Like, yeah, I'm going to feel that part of you. And then I don't like when I have to keep asking somebody, how are you feeling? Are you okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine. But then later, then you're like, well, I really wasn't fine. I really did it.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, what the fuck? I was just, and I really don't like repeating myself. But if I really feel that something is wrong, and then I've been in relationships where people made me feel that I wasn't attentive to their feelings or how they felt, which I had to let go of, because one, I know how I am. And yeah. I had to understand that was a them thing and not a me thing. Because you're not going to project your shit onto me. Because I know I'm checking on you. I know I'm making sure you're good A, B, C, and D. But whether you feel like you have to communicate with me just like I'm communicating with you.
So would you say a bad date would lack communication? Like, what is a bad date to you? Bad first date?
Oh man, a bad first date?